Hello everybody, I'm Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and welcome back to the final ever episode of Manager of Legends, the Journeyman save, with our manager, Neil Brannon, who is about to retire after these two games. So, if you're excited to see what these two final games are, have we won the league? Are we in the Coupe de France final? Are we in the Champions League final? Well, it's all going to be shown soon, but before that, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more FM24 content, and hit the bell as well for push notifications so you never miss an upload. Anyway, let's get into it. So after last time, which was the 1-0 win against Toulouse and the 2-0 win against Marseille, we played Crystal Palace in the round of 16 in the Champions League and beat them 2-0. Then we played Troyes and won 2-0 away from home. Then played Crystal Palace at home and won 4-2. Nantes we won 3-0. PSG we won 2-1. Monaco we won 4-0. Then Espanyol in the quarterfinal we won 2-0. Lens we won 2-0. Then we lost 2-0 in the second round of the quarterfinal, but got through on penalties, so very lucky there. Then Lorient we won 4-1 in the league. Then we won 4-1 against Lorient in the semi-final of the Coupe de France. We're in the final of the Coupe de France. You might see what's happened. Angers, we lost 1-0. Unfortunate there. I don't know why it happened. I think it was because of the Juve game after. But in the Juventus game, for some reason, we always thrash Juventus. We always seem to play them in semi-finals, and we always seem to thrash them in the away leg. But yeah, Juventus we beat 4-1 away from home before beating Montpellier in the league 3-1. Juventus we then won 2-0 at home before drawing with Nice 1-0, 0-0, and beating Caen in the final game of our league and season 2-0. And yeah, we managed to retain the title again. Unfortunately, we got two losses this season against Angers and Monaco. Angers is disappointing. Monaco, you could say it's disappointing because they haven't had a good season, yet they are still one of the best sides in the league, I think. Fifth best side in the league. In the end, PSG got Europa League football after being down here, and Toulouse dropped down all the way from 4th to 6th to get a European Conference League spot, which is brilliant considering they were a newly promoted side. Teams going down and Saint Etienne, who have been in the relegation playoff for the past 2 years, at least I think they have, and Guingamp, who were also newly promoted like Toulouse and just didn't look good enough compared to Toulouse. Kane or Khan, or whatever you say, are in the playoff round, who are playing Sochaux to see if they will get promoted or whatever from Ligue 2. I think it's Droit. Anyway, we've got the game, the final, against PSG in the Coupe de France. So hopefully, like I said, I want to win everything in France. I've won everything so far in terms of Champions Leagues and Ligue 1s. Now I just need to win the Coupe de France. So if we don't win this, I'll be disappointed. But yeah, the team going in for this all-important game. I'm also winning this game over the Champions League final, so I'm playing a more of a strong squad this game around. But yeah, Salgado in goal. We've got Jose as our right back, Marjanovic and Van der Broek as our two centre backs, Vasquez as our left back, Mabombo and Hill as our two centre mids, with Nuno and Bron and Akram all as our front three attacking midfielders, and Mario Fazi as our striker. That leaves a grayed out goalkeeper because one of the goalkeepers is injured. All the other three played in the match previously the same day. Bit stupid, I know. And why Beck was given availability for the second team, I have no idea. But yeah, we've got a grayed out goalkeeper called Antonin Hoshar, who's an Italian goalkeeper. He's probably never going to be any good at 21 years old. He's not as bad as I would expect him to be, but I'm also play someone else in goal if Salgado is injured. Yeah, Emil, Cherta, Alvaro, Navarro, Campbell, Dewez, Vidal, Almanza and Schumacher, all the ones on the bench. But yeah, go out there and prove everyone that you are winners. And hopefully we can beat PSG. We've won against them in the past couple of times. Martinez with the frame for PSG gives it to Lacoste, to Langlois, to Mura. It's just playing out at the back for PSG. Hopefully we can maybe press for a mistake as we're getting there. Akram Nagy gets the mistake in. Inception gives it to, I think, Mabombo, then to Nuno, to Hussein, to Hill. Then Bron gives it all the way onto the left hand side to Nagy. And then shot from Jules Mabombo for the pass, I think, from Vincenzo Bron. Makes it 1-0 Lille. Good on ya, Lille. Good on ya. That's Salgado with a free goal kick, gives it all the way to Vasquez. He gives it to Nagai, who gives it to Bron, who loses it, gets it back, and then a mistake at the back gets Nuno in on goal, and he just crosses it easily to Fazzi, and Fazzi scores to make it 3-0. And so yeah, that is half time. We are 2-0 up. Very good start so far. Hopefully the second half will be just as good. 60th minute, we'll make our first 2 subs of the game. Adam Hill's not had a very good game, so Juan Jose Vidal can come on for him. Jose is quite tired, so Cherta for him. And I reckon Nuno will be a good bet to be taken off in a bit as well. It's the 66th minute, Nuno will be taken off. He's getting a bit too tired for my liking. And if we are to play all these players in the Champions League final, I think against West Ham, so closing off with probably the longest serving club we've been at, which was West Ham. So yeah, we want them to be tip-top condition for that. So I think Duez will go on for there. I reckon Akram can also be taken off for Alvaro because of him being on a booking. And then the last one will be probably a time-wasting sub later in the game. As I said, there'll be a time-wasting sub at Mabombo, maybe, or Vincenzo Bron, maybe Vincenzo Bron for Campbell. And it's full time. What a boring second half. But we did our job in the first half, and we've won the Coupe de France. So finally, we've done, well, it could be whatever, a quintuplet, is it? Which is 5? Quintuplet? I think, is it? That's 5? I don't know. But yeah, this is the quadruple now, with Coupe de France being won, because we've won the UEFA Super Cup, the Ligue 1, Coupe de France, as well as trophies as champions at the start of the season. So yeah, that is a 4th trophy of the year done and dusted. Congratulations to the team. And now we'll skip ahead to the final game of managerial career of Neil Brannon, which is against his old club, West Ham United. Probably the best team in the world currently. Right, we're here for the final Champions League final. Well, the final game for Neil Brannon and the Champions League final. If we could look at West Ham and the team we're playing, obviously one of our old squads. If we go to their best players, I just want to quickly show you things. Matis Zaza is still at the club, who we had all those years ago. He's played 111 times Argentina, scored 24 goals. So we signed him, I think in the 2nd season or 1st season with West Ham, and he's been there ever since, scoring, assisting, player of the matches. He got 14 player of the matches in that game in 23 and 40. Blooming it, he's a good player, and I like to think that direct football we had was just so good at getting those players. I kind of wish I'd stayed at the club a bit longer, actually won them the title like they have done now. Also, if I can find him, Connor Smith, another player that we came through our academy at West Ham. He was like a 2-star player when we had him, but because of the director of football maybe selling a bit too many players in his position, he started playing, got to 2.5 star, got to 3 star, got to 3.5 star, And yeah, now 34 years old, he's played 96 games for England and scored 30 goals. And yeah, knock off the season where he was on loan at Derby, which was the season we joined halfway through that season, I believe. After that, he played mostly off the bench, then off the bench, and then come the third season, he was the main starter with 14 goals, 8 assists. He's not had as good as a run as old Matthias Zaza, but still, he's a good player, and he's a bona fide West Ham legend, I believe. If I go to West Ham Legends, Matthias Zaza is a legend. Connor Smith is an icon, and so is Marco Rose, their manager, who's like I said, won the 4 Champions Leagues, no, 2 Champions Leagues, 4 Premier Leagues, and all that good stuff. So yeah, hopefully we can win this game. If this wins this game, we are literally the best team in the world. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. But thankfully we won the Coupe de France, so I'm happy with this end up or whatever this happens now. I'm happy. But yeah, the team going in for this game, we've got Salgado in goal. Jose, who is unfortunately unhappy, not because of me, but because he's just recently been kicked off the France squad. You'll think a player of that his quality, who's been putting that many performances in, would make the French squad for the Euros, but no, he's not even in it. To be fair, he's only played for France, only 6 caps, so I don't know who the right back is or left back, but they must be really good. But yeah, Marjanovic and Van der Broek as our 2 centre backs. If you look at this, Van der Broek, who's brilliant, has not even been played once for Belgium, which is just crazy. Thiago Vasquez, who's not even played for Spain. So I don't know how good these squads are, or how bad our team are. I don't know. But Vasquez is left back. Mabombo and Adam Hill as 2 midfielders. Adam Hill's been playing a lot for Portugal. Nuno also been playing a lot for Portugal as well. Vincenzo Bron, he's the main starter for Switzerland, and Akram, main starter for Egypt. Fazzi, he's not even had a game. He's only been capped at under 23 level for Argentina. I don't know how he's not got a proper cap, considering he scored 20 goals at striker when a position he's not even meant to be best at. He's meant to be better as a right winger. He's playing a striker and doing brilliant. But yeah, somehow Beck gets into the Euro squad. So yeah. But he's the subs alongside Chota, Alvaro, Campbell, Almanza, Duez, Navarro, Feligio, Vidal, Ronchi, Schumacher, and Bertrand Durand, or John Bertrand Durand. So yeah, hopefully we can win this game. If not, it's not the end of the world. And sure, Neil Brannon doesn't get to retire on high, but he does retire as one of the best managers ever set foot. Probably the best manager ever to set foot in Lille, and probably one of the best managers to ever set foot in the world. Best to ever come out of Northern Ireland until these new managers come in. As we get a highlight, it is Zaza crossing it in for West Ham straight into the hands of Salgado, thankfully. I know how dangerous he could be. However, he then passes it to Serre, who is forced backwards to Marjanovic. Still with Lille, with now Van der Broek. Vasquez, Van der Broek, to Vasquez, to Bron, who gives it to Fazzi, and then Marjanovic was forced out, and that is the first goal. Frederic Briand scores for West Ham to make it 1-0. It's a mistake by Marjanovic that costs us. That's bad. Bad start, especially considering we were the better team so far. 43rd minute, Zaza with another corner for West Ham. Crosses it in, headed away, kept in play by West Ham, and it's a goal. Roma scores. A Salgado, you could say, could have been better, but it's 2-0 West Ham, and this is just how good squad West Ham are. They are the best team in the world by a country mile. We can't compete with them. As I say, you've been terrible so far. 52nd minute. It's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Briand is just causing us to have it. He falls to the ground, gets himself a penalty, and Morris will take it. Come on, miss, otherwise this is a loss. Good save. Well, it's not even a good save, it's just bad penalty, but okay. As we'll make a couple of subs now. Jose's not had a good game, so he could be taken off probably for Cherta. I don't think Jose had the right mindset after being knocked off the French national squad. Vincenzo Brod's in danger of losing discipline. I don't want that to happen. Nagy can go as the AMC. Alvaro is AML. And then we'll take Fazzi off for Navarro. Who is the better player in terms of striker position, but not in good terms of form. No more highlights. It looks like it's going to be like what happened in the last game, as Nuno is frustrated and tired. So I think Campbell for him, and Nagy will also be taken off probably for Ronchi. Just have to be dealt with like that. As we finally get a highlight, 90th minute, I think the game is already lost. And it could be worse now if Morris gets the ball in, gives it to Ibrahim, to Morris, to wherever that was, and Stanford shots wide, but we've lost this game. Ever since that mistake by Marjanovic, we've lost. And sure, it's good to see West Ham get some trophies. It's just not very good when it's against us. As Marco Rose is once again another Champions League victor for West Ham. Third Champions League in like 3-4 years. I don't think they've even done good in the Premier League this year, so they needed this really. Yeah, good job West Ham, but Brad for us, as I say, it's acceptable. And it's a disappointing end to our career as a manager. 2-0 loss to West Ham. Where did West Ham finish in the end? They finished third, so they managed to recover. When I last looked at them, they were about 7th. So, but yeah, the third. Liverpool won the title in the end after West Ham had won the past 4, and they'd also won the past like 3 Champions Leagues or something. 24-1. Yeah. So it was a 2-year break, and they've won it again now. So yeah, 3 in 5 years for them, and 4 Premier Leagues in 5 years for them as well. So like I said, they're a really, really, really good side. Marco Rose should be a legend now for them. But yeah, it's a disappointing end. Thankfully won the Champions League beforehand last year. I'm not going to criticise Navarro in the final game. But yeah, that is the end of Neil Brannon's managerial career. He'll now only be a pundit or viewer going to watch his son's games, because his sons have been decided. Well, they've already been decided long before, but yeah, if it lets me even get to them. So first manager is going to be taking over for the next save, which I don't know whether to be like multi-part seasons, or just a season like an episode or whatever, and we'll figure out from there. I don't know. But yeah, he is Dominic Brannon, who's going to be taking over from Neil Brannon's spot. He is a Sunday League footballer and has no coaching qualifications at 35. Then we've got Callum Brannon, who is who's Dominic's younger brother, who he's in-game editor, done personal details, just changed the name Brannon, and also changed the hair colour to red too, to more style or suiting of Neil Brannon's looks. I've also changed the formations to become more what Neil Brannon used, so like 4-2-3-1 DM wide, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 DM attacking mid wide, that sort of thing. But yeah, we got Callum Brannon as one of the managers and one of the brothers. He's Continental A license, and I will be randomly adding to a random club in Croatia alongside Dominic Brannon and Ryan Brannon. who is also Continental A licensed. They all started off as goalkeeping coaches when I found them, and I just decided to go for the ones that seemed the most closest to the age I would assume Neil Brannon's sons to be, and so I've just changed them to goalkeeper. I've changed them from goalkeeper to manager. I've also changed, like I said, the formations, and I've also changed some of the other things like putting the current ability to 100, potential ability to 200, and then also changing the hair colour, and also making it through the in-game editor that I've put Neil Brannon as their father for all three of them, and I've also made the brothers like each other permanently, 100%, like 100 relations permanent in each one of them, relationship with each other. And I've also made Neil Brannon like them as well, in case I decide to keep him around, I don't know. But yeah, it is the end of an era, whatever I was saying. I always get that word wrong. But yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode, give the video a like. I want loads of likes, and I want a load of people saying in the comment section how much you've enjoyed this series, because it would make my day, it really would. So like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for mobile notifications, desktop notifications, push notifications, whichever the lot. Get them all if you do the bell and hit all. And yeah, I'll see you all next time, I guess. Only one thing to do is retire. Let me just save it first, just in case I want to go back to it. Yeah, but yeah, there's only one more thing to do, and that is retire immediately. Am I going to retire immediately? Yes, I am. Brannon retires. Lost Lille manager Neil Brannon has decided to retire after a long and glorious career, which saw him take charge of several different clubs. After announcing he's to quit the sport, now Brannon will justly claim to be one of the most successful managers of recent times, having led his teams to a number of major trophies and won himself many fans and admirers in the process. He was born in Ballymena in 20th November 1983. He enjoyed success at Lille, lifting 2 titles and winning 4 cup competitions. His first venture was with Gracism Chowchi, where he was appointed in November 2023. Then he was sacked, but he doesn't say that. After leaving Gracism Chowchi, Brannon took charge at Nagano, where he stayed until January 2028, where he of course got 2 promotions as champions. During his tenure, Brannon's team won the Meiji Yasuda J2 League in 2028 and Meiji Yasuda J League Division 3 in 2025. Brannon also had brief spells at FC Tokyo between January 28 and January 2030, where we lifted the J1 League. After leaving FC Tokyo, we took the charge of West Ham, who we just lost to in the final, until 2034. During his tenure, Brannon won the UEFA Europa League, Emirates FA Cup and Community Shield. After leaving the Hammers, Brannon took charge at Real Madrid, where he stayed for until 2037, where he won La Liga consecutively for 2 years, UEFA Super Cup, and won the Copa del Rey and Super Copa as well twice. Copa del Rey once. He had a brief charge in Crystal Palace, where he won the Carabao Cup. And then he had a brief but successful spell in charge of Napoli between 2038 December and June 2040. He won the Serie A, UEFA Europa League, Coppa Italia, and the EA Sports FC Super Cup. And then he became Lille manager, and he's won the Ligue 1 twice, 12 as champions this 1 year, Champions League once last year, UEFA Super Cup this year, and Coupe de France this year as well. Brannon has been recognised for his talents and achievements with several awards. He won the J2 Manager of the Year, J1 Manager of the Year, Premio Don Ballon Major Entrenador dell'Anno twice. I think that's the best manager in Spain. Pancina del Serie A and Trophy UNFP du Millionaire Entrenador de Ligue 1. So we've won best manager for Spain, Japan, Italy, and France. Crazy. He's probably one of the most successful managers I've ever had, because this is the longest save I've ever had in FM, really. They normally only last like 15 years at most, but this has lasted 20 years in the end. But yeah, view retired profile. I can't see his face anymore, but here he is. All these managers, clubs managers. If I just want to quickly show you something about criticism of Chavchay. They played in the relegation playoff and lost. Oh, criticism of Chavchay, no. They got into the playoff round to get promoted and they lost, so it's going to be Beliski who are going to be in the same league. That criticism of Chavchay. So I just thought I'd look to see if they finally got promoted 20 years after we got them relegated. But no, their wait still remains. But yeah, that is enough for this episode. I've been Matthew, also SamuraiHex, and thank you very much for coming along on this journey. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.